Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. So I sat down, I know a lot of you guys had requested that I do a look with the Manny Mua palette. I'll show you guys what it looks like. But this is a palette that Makeup Geek came out with. It is a collaboration with Manny Mua here on YouTube, and it is just gorgeous. So I did a look the other week that I posted on Instagram that was more of like a natural look. So I thought, why not spice things up for the tutorial, do more of a like nighttime smoky eye. So I really hope that you guys like the look that I came up with. As always, if you are new to my channel, then welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave, you do not forget to subscribe down below. And I will go ahead and jump into the tutorial. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and let's get started with the makeup look. Okay, so we're going to be starting super close and personal today. I have did my eyebrows already, and I used the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Taupe. And then for my eye primer, I've already put that on, but I used the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So you guys know this is like my favorite eyeshadow base. It just really helps keep your eyeshadow on, makes it not crease. And it's the color of skin, basically, a little bit lighter than mine since I have self-tanned. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys have been wanting me to use the Manny Mua palette, so I'm going to be using that today. Now, before we get started, I am going to just go ahead and use the Vizart palette and pop this color right here. So for that, I'm just going to use a Morphe M432 because pretty much all of my brushes are being washed right now. So I just have my Smith brushes and a few other random brushes that I'll be using in this video. So I'm just going to go up underneath the eyebrow and give it a nice highlight effect. So then we're going to take the color at the very top. It's called Beaches and Cream, and this is one that's sold individually that a lot of you may have already. We're just going to use this as a transition color so that way all of our shadows blend nice and easily. So I'm just going to start that a little bit underneath the brow bone, and I'm using a MAC 224 brush. Like I said, many random brushes today. And I'm just really swirling this back and forth. Okay, so now that the transition color is on, we're basically going to start kind of from the top and build down in regards to the colors. So the next color we're going to use is the next darkest, and it's this color right here. It's called Sora, and this is one that Manny actually created. I'm going to go in with that same brush. I'm just going to go down a little bit so it's closer to the lid. And we're just really going back and forth. And this has more of like almost an orangey tint to it. I don't know if it's picking that up on camera, but that's how it looks in person. Okay, I'm going to kind of wipe this brush off of my hand. If I don't have other brushes, then that's what I do. I just wipe it off of my hand. And I'm going to go back in and just kind of blend it all out. Okay, so those two colors are down. And next we're going to go in with the color Cosmopolitan, and it's a little bit darker again. Now I'm going to start using the Smith brushes. So this is the Smith 247 brush. As you can see, it's kind of like flatter. And I'm going to really make sure that this is just right, like at this crease right here. And I'm going to keep my eye open, so that way I make sure that I'm getting it right in the crease. Just to kind of give more dimension to the eyes. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth as we kind of build that crease and make it look a little bit deeper. Okay, same thing to the other side. And you may be able to hear birds chirping too because I have the window open. Okay, so that way we're keeping everything very blended. I'm just going to barely tap the brush into this color, the very top color. And I'm just going to go in there and blend it out just a little bit. Now I'm going to take the darkest color in the palette right here, and I'm going to start putting that kind of on the outer edge. And I'm just kind of like pushing it down and making sure that we're not going like too far above the crease. Now I'm going to do this a little bit in the inner corner as well. I'm trying to like make sure I don't mess this up. I'm kind of nervous. Okay. As you can see, I'm trying to stay right there in that crease where we just put that color down. Alright, so really just kind of like tapping it right there. Keeping it underneath the crease as much as you can. And as you can see, I left space right in here because that's where we're going to put like the pop of color to really make the eyes stand out. And I'm using this Smith 235 brush. And I really like these because, like I said, they do have that like pointed tip. And then it's like much easier to get where you want to. So again, I'm going to kind of like tap this down. I kind of have a lot on my brush right now, I feel like. So I'm going to keep because you want to really pack the most like here at the bottom, and then as you go up, you know what I mean, it kind of like fades out a little bit. I'm almost like tapping it on my eye, but keeping the top part very blended. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to go back in again with that blending brush, and I'm just going to go back and forth to make sure it's smooth. And I did not put any additional product on the brush. Okay, so my favorite part, this color right here is like my ride or die right now. It's the color Luna. I've been wearing this every day to work. I mean, every day I've been wearing this palette. I'm loving it. And then the other thing I've been loving is the 253 brush, and there's another brush, 256 by Smith Cosmetics. They're little arrowhead brushes, but these are like a dream come true. They're like the 242, but 100 times better. So y'all know, like, that's one of my favorite lid brushes. So it just gets the product in there. Oh, it's amazing. So I'm just going to just go into this color right here on this brush. And I really like that this one's so small because, as you can see, it's going to make the color like really precise on your lid. So I'm just going to start kind of patting. As you can see, so it's a nice pop of color, but nothing that's like going to overtake the lid because it still has the halo effect. And again, I'm going to do it on this side. And I'm not taking it above the crease. That is where it stops. Again, I'm going to just go back in with that 242 brush now that we have everything laid down, and just make sure there's no harsh lines. Okay, next I'm going to take Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I actually just got this. It was like one of my last minute purchases from the VIP sale. It's really, really awesome to get that really sharp, tight, small liner, and I really want to do like a thin liner if possible because I want to really make sure the emphasis is on the halo. I feel like sometimes if you can keep your eye open, it makes it a lot easier. And I'm just going to go up with the wing. I think that's the thinnest wing I've ever did. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is really awesome if you've not tried it. I don't know what took me so long to like do it, but I'm so glad that I did. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to hop off camera. I'm going to finish my lashes because I've misplaced my lash applicator, and so it's probably going to take me a little bit. But I'm going to be using one of the Lena lashes, and let's see what style we should use. Since this is a little bit more dramatic, I'm going to use the style Monroe, and I'll show you guys what they look like. So here's what these lashes look like right here. So like I said, I'm going to hop off camera, do the lashes, and I'll be back to finish the rest of the face. Okay, so now that the struggle is over on my lashes, it literally took me forever to get them on because I'm just not used to these lashes yet, and so I've like had to cut them and stuff. But anyways, we should be ready to go for the rest of the face. So I want this to be more of like a dramatic night out look, so I am going to be doing a little bit of cream contouring and those kind of things So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I'm going to prime the face with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Primer. And you guys know I use this all the time, so it's my favorite. And I really like it because it gives me like a very smooth canvas, makes everything go on very nice. And I normally just put it on with my hands. I kind of just slap it on really. Now that that's on, I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of foundation. And I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's just my favorite, especially when I'm doing like a more dramatic look. I just feel like it makes everything pop and it covers up everything. And I have a few little bumps, so I'm just going to push this into my skin with a beauty blender. And like I said, this is just a very, very thin layer. What I'm the most curious to try out is the Makeup Forever Cream Contour. That's why I wanted to do this video. Okay, so here is what the palette looks like. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope this works out really good. So since we're doing Makeup Forever, I'm going to use their HD concealer. I did get a darker shade. That way it's not like ghostly white like it was the last time I used it. And I really like this. So I'm just going to go in up underneath the eyes and put like a triangular shape. And I put a little bit more because I honestly, like, my circles are kind of bad today. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go in with the darker color right here to contour with. And I also wanted to use this Smith brush. Oh my gosh, I love that. Again, I'm really liking this brush. I'm just going to go ahead and do it here at the top too a little bit. Kind of. And I'm going to go up underneath my chin just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in and blend this all out with a beauty blender. I'm going to start underneath my eyes with the highlight shades. I'm actually going to go in with the same brush I contoured with from Smith, the 124. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit. That way there's no cream on it. And I'm going to blend this out because this brush is so soft. Like, I really think it would be good to blend it. And even though I'm blending it, it's like still keeping its shape. And then I'm going to go back in with this and then make sure it's all blended together. Okay, and I'm actually going to use the Makeup Forever HD to set underneath my eyes. I have misplaced my Laura Mercier, so that's the one we're going to use today. Making sure there's no creasing. And just because this is the only brush I have around, I'm going to use the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlight. I think I just got this in my Ipsy bag. Cute. Alright, now to kind of warm up the skin, I'm going to use the Urban Decay bronzer. It's the color Bronze in their new collection. I've actually been using this a lot and I really like it. So I'm going to be using the Smith 112 brush, and it's supposed to be really good for bronzing. So we're just going to go in where we have that contour. And then to clean up, my favorite part is using the Ben Nye Luxury Powder. And as you guys know, I recently hauled the Real Technique sponges because look how perfect that's going to be. It has a really nice flat edge. And I feel like it's going to be perfect. So I'm just going to pat it on with this. Okay, I'm going to do that again on this side. Oh, there we go. This is my first time using it, so I like that technique better. Just kind of swipe it down. Okay, so while this is hanging out on my face, I'm going to go ahead and use the Charlotte Tilbury Sex on Fire blush that I just got. I'm really excited I haven't used this yet. So then I'm going to go in with the Smith 118 brush And I'm just going to go ahead and swirl it around in both parts basically. I'm going to tap it off because this looks pretty pigmented. I'm going to go ahead and sweep this extra off with that same brush from Luxie. And I'm going to go with the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I have been loving this one as well. As you can see, it's like already worn off. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Anastasia A23 with this. And I'm just going to go ahead, put a pretty good amount of highlighter on. I don't know if this highlighter is limited edition or not, but I do really like it. I know I've mentioned it a couple of times. Now we're going to do underneath the eyes. I'm going to keep it like kind of dramatic like I've been doing. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use these Smith brushes. There's this one that is just perfect. Alright, here it is. This is the 212 brush, and as you can see, it's like a tight lining brush. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to use this. So I'm going to go up underneath my lid with this shade right here, the darker shade. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I think everybody needs this brush in their collection. I'm so happy about it. So that's good to go, and then I'm going to go in with the 247 brush, and I'm going to take the darker shade right here beside of it, tap it off, and I'm just going to go in and blend it out. Oh, this has a mirror in it. Duh. Sorry, it's hard to do this without making like a face. Okay. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a pretty dramatic pop in my inner corners. And I'm going to go in with this shade, so. I just think when you're doing a smoky eye, this just like brings everything back together. Okay, now I'm going to go in and do my lower lashes with the Matte Giga Black Lash. And I'll leave everything linked down below for you guys. And then to finish everything off, I'm going to use Honeycomb by Bite Cosmetics. I'm not even going to line my lips. I'm just going to use this. And I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray to make sure everything is good to go. Yeah, that's going to be the finished look. I'll go ahead and zoom you guys in a little bit. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. I really hope it was helpful, especially if you did purchase the Manny Mua palette. Like I said, I'm so excited about my Smith brushes. I feel like I'm really going to like using those, so I would definitely check those out if you haven't tried them already. But yeah, I hope that you guys like this. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. I do want to start doing more tutorials, so I know I always say that, but I'm really going to start doing more, so as long as you guys want them. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!